Hi guys, this is Cynthia, and in today's tutorial I'll be doing a very requested item, which is a Minion. So I have this, and actually I posted the work in progress picture on my Instagram last night, and a few of you said that it looks like Bob, so I guess this is Bob. So this is what we're making today. I will be making a few changes. The yellow part will be taller by about 5 rows, and the legs will be a little bit shorter, but all in all it looks something like this. Okay, the goggles and the eyes are actually removable, as in I didn't stitch it to his body. You can do that too. So anyway, let's just get started. We'll start off with his arm, so I'll just put this aside. We want to get black bands now. So we're starting off with his arms. We're going to do a magic ring with 4 stitches. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your black band, you're going to wrap this around your hook 2 times to create 3 loops. So there's 3 loops on the end of your hook. Your first stitch of your magic ring, you're going to do a slip stitch. So to do a slip stitch, you're just going to pull this band and you're going to pull it through the middle of that capping band like that. I'm holding on to this with my fingers. Where I'm going to reclaim the end, and I'm pulling this through that. So that's 1 slip stitch. So I'm just going to go through the center of that ring again. As you can see, I'm holding it. I'm putting my hook through. I'm going to do 3 single crochets. So to do a single crochet, I'm just taking this band, I'm pulling it through the middle of that capping band, so those 3 loops. I'm reclaiming the end, and then I'm pulling this through everything. So this is 1 single crochet. I need to do 2 more. So I'll go back through the center. So I've got those 3 loops back on my hook. Do another single crochet, so I'm pulling this through the center, reclaiming the end, and then pulling that through. And I want to do 1 more, so I'm going back through the center. Okay, reclaim the end, pull this through everything. So this is your magic ring with 4 stitches. It's a little bit hard to see the stitches now, but let me just try and show you. If you turn it on its side, the stitches are these teardrop shapes. Every time you do a stitch, you're going to put your hook under those 2 bands like this. Alright, so this is 1 stitch, this is 2, this is 3, and the 4th stitch, or your last stitch, is always on your hook. So it's a bit difficult to see on a small ring with 4 stitches, but it's that's basically what it is. Alright, continuing on with black, our second round of his arm, we need to increase this to 8 stitches. So to do that, we need an increase in each stitch. So that's 2 single crochets in each stitch. So I'm just going to put my hook back through that first stitch. So I've put it under that teardrop shape. To close off this circle, my first stitch, instead of doing a single crochet, I'm going to do a slip stitch. So I'm just going to pull this through everything, reclaim the end, and pull this band through this one. So this is 1 slip stitch. So it's your first stitch of your second round. I'm going to put a C-clip as a stitch marker on the end of that band, alright, just to mark that this is the first stitch of that round. I'm going to go back through that same stitch, the very same one. I'm going to do a single crochet. Okay, and from now on I'm just going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch, or an increase in each stitch. So I'm going on to the next stitch, single crochet, going through the same stitch again, single crochet, next stitch, single crochet, going through that same stitch, single crochet. Alright, and then the next stitch, or the last stitch, I have 2 single crochets again. Okay, if I'm moving too fast for you, please just do pause the video, and then just work at your own pace, pause whenever you need it. I'm moving a little bit faster because a lot of you have already done a lot of my projects, so I don't want to take too long in making them, and my videos are quite long, so just pause whenever you need it. Okay, so this is your magic ring, your second round with 8 stitches. So now, from now on, we're just going to switch over to our yellow bands. So I'm just grabbing my yellow bands. And you need, for rounds 3 to 10, you need another 8 rounds of 8 stitches each. So let me just grab some 8 bands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're just going to put them on your work table, and you're just going to do a single crochet in each stitch for 8 rounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my hook through the first stitch. I'm taking a band from here, so every time you start a new round, take a band from here, just to help you keep track. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do a single crochet in each stitch. Okay, just want to do that all the way around. Okay, so I've come to the end of that round. I know this is the last stitch of the round because the next stitch has my C-clip in it, or my stitch marker. So that's my round 3. I'm just going to do round 4 now. So I'm just going to put my hook back through that first stitch. I'm taking a band from here, single crochet, and I'm moving my stitch marker. Make sure you do that each time so you can mark the new first stitch of the round. And once again, it's just a single crochet in each stitch. So I'm just going to do one more round with you. Okay, so I'm done with round 4. I'm just going to start round 5. Moving my stitch marker. So I'm going to do round 5 and up to my round 10 all off camera. So just remember, do a single crochet in each stitch. Pause the video and finish up to your round 10. Each round should have 8 stitches, and then just resume the video once you're done. So once you finish round 10, you have something that looks like this. Alright, the next thing I want to do is just want to fasten off. So I'm just going to go through the first stitch of that round. I'm going to tie a slip stitch. I'm going to take out this C-clip, and I'm just going to put another S-clip at the end just to make sure the band doesn't come out. Alright, I'm pulling this off my hook. Okay, you have the option to stuff his arm. I'm not going to. I don't really like the look of it stuffed. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is we want to make his fingers. So you're just going to turn this on its side, and you're just going to kind of squish it. It's black, it's a little bit difficult to see, but this is the initial magic ring that you did. What you want to do is you want to put your hook through the second ring here and out through the middle of that magic ring. You're going to do his fingers now, so you're just going to get your black bands. You want to chain 3. So this is one chain, 2, 3. Now starting with the second chain from your hook, which is this one, you're going to twist your hook and put it inside that chain. You're going to do a single crochet, so you're just pulling this through the chain, reclaiming the end, and you're pulling this furthest band through everything. So this is one single crochet. You've got one more chain to do, so you're going to put your hook through that second chain and you're going to do single crochet. Okay, once you're done with that, what you're going to do is you're going to put your hook through that second ring again at the side here, and you're going to go under that magic ring, the initial one, and you're going to come out the other side like this. You still have this band on your hook. I'm going to chain 3 again. So pull this through everything. So this is one chain, 2, 3. So now you same thing again. You're going to rotate your hook and put your hook through the second chain. You're going to do a single crochet. Alright, and then you're going to go through that next chain, single crochet again, Alright, and now what you're going to do is you're going to put your hook through the center of that magic ring and out the other side like this, and you're going to do the same thing. So you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Once again, you're just going to rotate your hook and put it through the second chain from your hook. Single crochet. Next chain. Single crochet. Okay, now you just want to fasten off, so I'm just going to go through the center of that ring again and come out the other side, and I'm just going to do a slip stitch. So I'm taking a black band, I'm pulling this through everything. Alright, so as you can see, his hand now has 3 finger thingies, and I'm just going to wrap this loose band around one of the fingers to secure it. So this is one hand and those are his 3 fingers. So what you're going to do is just going to put this aside, and we're just going to do a shoe now. So the shoe, you're doing it in black. What you're going to do, you're doing first thing a magic ring with 6 stitches. So I'm taking my black band, I'm wrapping it around my hook 2 times to create 3 loops. My first stitch will be a slip stitch, so this is my first stitch of my magic ring. I'm going to go back and do 5 single crochets. So this is 1 stitch, so single crochet, this is 2, back through, single crochet, this is 3, back through, single crochet, this is 4, back through, single crochet, 5, and I have 1 more. Okay, so this is my magic ring with 6 stitches. So the next thing I want to do is I want to increase for round 2 to 9 stitches. So I'm just going to do a single crochet in the first stitch, increase in the second stitch, and we're doing that all the way around. So I'm just going to put my hook through the first stitch, and instead of a single crochet I'm doing a slip stitch just to close up the circle. So this is my first stitch of my second round. I'm putting in my sequin. Next stitch I'm going to do an increase, so 2 single crochets in this stitch. Back through for another single crochet. Alright, next stitch I have 1 single crochet. Next stitch I have an increase, so that's 2 single crochets. Next stitch, single crochet, next stitch, increase, alright, and that's round 2 done. So for rounds 3 to 5 we need another 3 rounds of 9 stitches each. So I'm just going to pair 3 bands like this, and I'm going to put it on my work table. We just want to do a single crochet in each stitch. So I'm just going to start off my round 3. I'm taking a band from here, so I'm just going to do all 3 with you. So I'm just going to go through and do a single crochet in each stitch. And if my voice sounds strange to you, I just woke up with a sore throat, so yeah, please don't mind my croaky voice. Okay, you just finished round 3. Gonna start round 4. Once again, just single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So I have one more round of 9 stitches. Single crochet in each stitch again. Okay, so I just finished round 5, which has 9 stitches. Round 6 in the final round of the shoe, I need to decrease this back to 6 stitches. So what we want to do is a single crochet in the first stitch, and then we're decreasing it over the next 2 stitches, and we're doing that all the way around. So let's just do our first single crochet. Alright, now I want to do a decrease. So a decrease, basically you're just going to put your hook through the next stitch. You're going to rotate your hook and you're going to put it in the stitch after that, so you have 2 stitches on your hook. You're going to treat this like one, and you're just going to pull up a band through both of those stitches and do your normal single crochet. So if it increases to add 1 stitch, or decreases to make 2 stitches into 1. So next stitch, single crochet. Alright, next stitch, decrease, so put your hook through the next stitch, rotate, put in your next stitch. So 2 stitches are on my hook, and I'm just going to do my normal single crochet. Do that again, single crochet, and then I'm going to decrease again. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fasten off. So I'm just putting my hook through the next stitch, or the first stitch of that round. I'm taking a black band and I'm doing a slip stitch. I'm pulling out this marker and I'm just going to add an S-clip to the end. Alright, so this is one shoe. It's supposed to be flat, so put this aside. We'll do his leg. Okay, so his leg, you're doing it in blue. So you're getting your blue bands, and we're going to start off with a magic ring with 6 stitches. So I'm wrapping this blue band around my hook 2 times, create 3 loops. My first stitch will be a slip stitch. So this is 1 stitch in my magic ring. I'm going to go back through the center and I'm going to do 5 single crochets. So this is 1 stitch, this is 2, three, 4, 5, 6. So just let me count and see whether I have enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones on the end of my hook. Alright, second round of his leg, we want to increase this to 12 stitches, so we're doing an increase in each stitch, or 2 single crochets in each stitch. Instead of a single crochet, my first stitch will be a slip stitch, just to close up the circle. Putting in my marker. Then I'm just going to go back through the same stitch for a single crochet. And from now on I'm just going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch. Back through for my increase. Next one. Next one. Next one. And one more stitch. Okay, so this is round 2 of my leg. It has 12 stitches. Round 3 I'm increasing to 18 stitches, so I want to do a single crochet in the first stitch and then an increase in the second one, and we're doing that all the way around. So I have 1 single crochet. Next one I have an increase. Next one, 1, next one increase, next one, 1, next one increase, next one, 1, next one increase, next one, oops, 1, next one increase, next one, 1, and finally one more increase. Oops. My bands are a little bit sticky. Okay, so this is round 3, which has 18 stitches. So for rounds 4 and 5 we need another 2 rounds of 18 stitches each. So I'm getting my 2 bands, I'm putting it on my work table, so you just want to do a single crochet in each stitch. I'll do both rounds with you. So I'm starting my round 4, and I'm just going to do a single crochet in each stitch for the whole round. Okay, so next round, which is my final round, round 5. Once again, single crochet in each stitch. Alright, so I've just finished round 5, 18 stitches, so I'm just going to go through the first stitch and I'm going to tie it off. So, yeah, slip stitch, taking out the stitch marker. I'm just going to put a S-clip at the end, and what I want to do now is I actually want to stitch on the foot, the shoe, sorry, this one. I'm taking out this clip. I'm going to put my hook at the end of that. So what you want to do is, it looks like a bowl thing now, so you just want to turn it around so that the circular end is on the outside, and you just want to stitch. You want to position the shoe like this, and you want to stitch in a semicircle all around the outside. So I'm just going to go through the leg bands and the shoe bands, and I'm getting black bands now. Alright, and then I'm just going to slip stitch all the way around, not really all the way around, but in a semicircle. If you've made my alien, it's the same thing. Not Alien, the Martian from Toy Story. Okay, I want to do one more stitch. Alright, so what I want to do now is I'm just going to hold on to the end of this band. I'm just going to put my hook through this side, and I'm just going to grab that band, pull it to the other side like this, and I'm just going to reattach that S-clip onto that black band, and I'm just going to hide it in here. You're going to stuff this a little bit, but I wouldn't do that until we attach the leg, so just put this aside, and then the next thing we're going to do are his eyes. Okay, so for his eyes we're starting off with black bands. We want to do a magic ring with 3 stitches. So I'm wrapping this band around my hook 2 times to create 3 loops. My first stitch will be a slip stitch. So this is 1 stitch, and I need to go back and do 2 more single crochets. So I'm back through the center. I'm going to do another single crochet. Not another single crochet, my first single crochet. Alright, and I'm going to go back through the center, and I'm going to do another single crochet. Alright, so this is your magic ring with 3 stitches. It's a little bit difficult to see. Alright, so now we're switching over to brown bands because I'm doing like a brown outer layer. we want to increase this to 6 stitches, so what we're going to do is an increase in each stitch. So I'm going to go through my first stitch. It's a bit tricky because the circle's a bit small. Alright, I'm going to take a brown band and I'm going to do a slip stitch. Oh yes, for 6 stitches we're doing an increase in each stitch. I can't remember whether I said that already. Alright, slip stitch. This is my first stitch of the round. Going back through the same stitch for a single crochet. This is my increase, so I'm just going to go and do an increase in the remaining 2 stitches. Oops. One, go back through for my increase. Alright, then I have one more stitch, so that's another 2 single crochets. Alright, so this has 6 stitches. This is round 2. What I want to do now is I'm going to grab some white bands. Just give me a second. Alright, so we're switching over to white now for his eye. Alright, and then we're going to do 12 stitches for round 3. So what we want to do is we want to increase in each stitch again. So I'm going to go through the first stitch. I'm going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch. Okay, next stitch, 2 single crochets, next stitch, 2 single crochets, next stitch, and then one last time, so one more increase. Okay, so this is round 3, which has 12 stitches. So for round 4 we want to increase this to 18 stitches, so we're going to do a single crochet in the first stitch and increase in the next one, and we're doing that all the way around. We're still using white. So I have 1, increase, next one, 1, and an increase, next stitch, 1, increase, increase, then one more time, 1, and one more increase. So this is round 4, which is 18 stitches. Okay, now we're switching over to a grey or a silver. Hang on, let me just get my bands. So I'm using like a grey. It does have a little bit of a silver sheen on it. You can use silver if you want. Alright, so for now, rounds 5, we need another round of 18 stitches, this time in the grey. But you're not going to do it in the whole stitch, you're just going to do it in the front loops only. So we're doing a single crochet all the way around, front loops only. What do I mean by that? If you look at this, we usually put our hook through both bands like this. The front loop is the one on the outside, so the one that's on top. This is the front loop only, so I'm just going to show you what I mean. You're going to grab your band, your grey or silver band. You're just going to pull it through that one loop, and you're just going to do your single crochet. Alright, and then you're just going to do that same thing all the way around, so only the front loop, so only the outside loop. Make sure you just go through one band, otherwise you're not going to get the goggles done correctly. Just remember, you're just going through the one band that is closest to the outside. Okay, so this is my last one. This is my round 5. So for round 6, we're doing another round of 18 stitches. This time we're just going to go through the whole stitch. So we're just doing a single crochet in each stitch as normal. There's no front loops, no back loops or whatever. Just going to do normal single crochets for one more round. Okay, it doesn't look like goggles now, but once we're done, you'll see. It hopefully looks like it. Okay, and so now I'm done. What I want to do is I want to fasten off again, so slip stitch with a grey band. Alright, removing this marker, putting in a C-clip, S-clip. Okay. Once I've done this, I'm taking out my hook, and what you want to do now, you want to flip your eye over, and you want to turn this part in. So if you see from the sides, I'm just lifting this part, I'm turning it inside out. So this is the goggles, as you can see around the eye. Alright, so I'm just going to leave this aside first. I'm just going to put it to the side, and then I just want to quickly make the button for his dungarees. So I'm just getting his black bands again. And the button for the dungarees is a magic ring with 4 stitches, and that's it. So I'm just going to wrap the band around my hook 2 times, create 3 loops. I have one slip stitch, and then another 3 single crochets. So 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Okay, and then I just want to fasten that off, so go through the first stitch and do my slip stitch, pull tight. Then I'm just going to go through an opposite stitch, doesn't really matter where, and I'm just going to slip stitch again another band. Alright, so now I'm just putting this aside. So what you want to do is you want to go back to the beginning of the video and you want to make another arm, leg, eye and another button, and then once you've done that we can continue with the main part of the body. Okay, so let's get started with this body. So we're going to start off with yellow bands and we want to make a magic ring with 6 stitches. So I'm wrapping this band around my hook 2 times to create 3 loops. My first stitch of my magic ring once again is a slip stitch. Then I'm just going to go back through the center of that ring. Make sure you have all 3 loops on the end of your hook, and I'm going to do 5 single crochets. So I'm just going to count the stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for round 2 we want to increase this to 12 stitches, so we're doing an increase in every stitch. I'm just going to do a slip stitch as my first stitch of this round, so this counts as 1 stitch. Then I'm going to go back through the same stitch and I'm doing a single crochet. Alright, and then from now on I'm just doing increases, so 2 single crochets in each stitch all the way around. So I just completed round 2, which has 12 stitches. Round 3 we're increasing to 18 stitches, so you want a single crochet in the first stitch and an increase in the second, and we're doing that all the way around. So I'm just going to count 1 and I'll say increase. So 1, increase, one, increase, one, increase, one, increase, one, increase, one more time, one, increase. So this is round 3, which has 18 stitches. Round 4 we're increasing to 24 stitches, so we want a single crochet in the first 2 stitches and then an increase in the next one, and we're doing that all the way around. So I'm just going to count up to 2. So 1, 2, increase, 1, 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, and 1, increase. Alright, so I just finished round 4, which has 24 stitches. Round 5 we're increasing to 30 stitches. So I want to do a single crochet in the first 3 stitches and then an increase in the next one, and I'm doing that all the way around. So I'll count up to 3. So 1, 2, 3, increase, 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 1, 2, 3, and 1 more increase. Okay, so this is round 5, which has 30 stitches. Round 6 we're increasing to 36 stitches, so we want to do a single crochet in the first 4 stitches and then increase in the 5th. I'm doing that all the way around, so I'll count up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 increase. Okay, so I just finished round 6, which has 36 stitches. So for round 7, we're increasing this to 42 stitches, so we want to do a single crochet in the first 5 stitches and then an increase in the 6th one, and we're doing that all the way around, so I'm going to count up to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase, 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 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and increase. So this is round 7, which has 42 stitches. Okay, we're done with all the increasing. Now is the tedious part. Alright, for rounds 8 to 27, we actually need another 20 rounds of 42 stitches each. So that's 20 rounds of just single crochet in each stitch. So I'm just going to prepare the bands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, so there's my 20 bands. I'm just going to do one round with you because one round of 42 takes quite a long time. So I'm starting off my round 8. So remember, every time you start a new round, you take a band from your table, your work table, to just keep track of how many rounds you're doing. And you just want to do a single crochet all the way around. So it's tedious because it's 20 rounds and 42 stitches takes quite a long time to do. If you wanted the shorter one I did, my prototype, let me just show you. This one is 15 rounds, but I think the yellow part was a bit too short, so I added another 5 rounds. So it's really up to you which one you prefer. Okay, so I just finished my round 8. Let me just start my round 9. So I'm doing round 9 until round 27 off camera, so just pause the video here, complete up to your round 27. You're just doing a single crochet in each stitch. Each round has 42 stitches, so once you finish your round 27, then just resume the video. Okay, so I just finished round 27. It's looking really big. Okay, so for round 28, we're just going to start decreasing. So we want to decrease this to 36 stitches. So we want a single crochet in the first 5 stitches, and then we'll decrease over the next 2. So I'm just going to count up to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, decrease, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 decrease. So I just finished round 28, which has 36 stitches. So round 29, we're decreasing to 30 stitches. So we just want to do a single crochet in the first 4 stitches and a decrease over the next 2. So I'm just going to count up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, and decrease. So I just finished round 29, which has 30 stitches. So round 30 we're decreasing to 24 stitches, so we want a single crochet in the first 3 stitches and then a decrease over the next 2. So I'll just count up to 3. 1, 2, 3, decrease, 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 1, 2, 3, and 1, decrease. Okay, so I just completed round 30, which has 24 stitches. So round 31 we're decreasing to 18, so you want a single crochet in the first 2 stitches and then a decrease over the next 2. So count up to 2, 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, decrease, oops, 1, 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, and 1 decrease. So I just finished round 31, which has 18 stitches. Okay, we want to stuff this now, so just grab your fiber fill. You'll need a lot. And just stuff it firmly. Okay, he's actually a lot bigger than my initial one. Oh well. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop there. You can stuff it a little bit more, it's not too stuffed for me, and then let's just continue. Round 32, we want to decrease this to 12 stitches, so we want a single crochet in the first stitch, and then we're going to do a decrease over the next 2, and we're doing that all the way around. So let's just get started. 1, decrease, 1, decrease, 1, decrease, 1, decrease, 1, decrease, 1, and decrease. Alright, so this is round 32, which has 12 stitches. We want one more round, which we're going to reduce to 6 stitches, so we just want to do a decrease 6 times. So just decrease over 2 stitches all the way around. And we're finally done with the body, so I want to just go to the opposite stitch, this one, and I just want to fasten off by tying a slip stitch. Yay. Okay, so I'm taking out the stitch marker and then I'm taking an S-clip. Then I'm hiding this clip into the body. Alright, so this is your minion's head and body. It's quite big. If you compare it with this one, you can see there's a size difference. Okay, so we can put this aside and we can get started with his dungarees. Okay, for his dungarees, we're doing it in blue. You want to start with a magic ring with 6 stitches. So I'm wrapping this band around my hook 2 times, create 3 loops. My first stitch will be a slip stitch. So this is 1 stitch, and I'm going to do 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so round 2 of his dungarees, we're increasing in each stitch, so we want 12 stitches this round. So instead of my first single crochet, I'm doing a slip stitch. So this is my first stitch of my second round. Then I'm going to go back in with a single crochet in the same stitch. And now I'm just going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch, or an increase in each stitch. So I'm done with round 2. Round 3, I want to increase this to 18 stitches, so I'm just doing a single crochet in the first stitch and then an increase in the next one, and we're doing that all the way around. So I'll just count 1 and I'll say increase. So 1, increase, 1, increase, 1, increase, 1, increase, 1, increase, 1, and 1 increase. Okay, so this is round 3, which has 18 stitches. So round 4, we're increasing to 24 stitches, so you want a single crochet in the first 2 stitches and increase in the third one. So I'm going to count up to 2. 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase, one, two, increase, one, two, increase, one, two, increase, one, two, and one, increase. Okay, so this is round 4, which has 24 stitches. Round 5 we're increasing to 30, so we want a single crochet in the first 3 stitches and then increase in the next one, and we're doing that all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, increase, 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 1, 2, 3, increase. Now continuing on with round 6, we want to increase this to 36 stitches, so we're doing a single crochet in the first 4 stitches and then an increase in the 5th one, and we're doing that all the way around. So I'm just going to count up to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, one, two, three, four, 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 and increase. Okay, so that's round 6, which has 36 stitches. So round 7 we're increasing to 42 stitches. So we're doing a single crochet in the first 5 stitches and an increase in the 6th one, and we're doing that all the way around. So I'll count up to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one last increase. Alright, so we're done with round 7, which has 42 stitches. Okay, so for rounds 8 to 11 we need another 4 rounds of 42 stitches each. So I'm preparing 4 bands. I'm just going to put it on my work table like this. So we just want to do 4 rounds of just a single crochet in each stitch. So I'm just going to do one round with you. So I'm just starting off my round 8. And I'm just going to go around with a single crochet in each stitch. Alright, so I just finished round 8. I'm just going to start round 9, taking a band from here. So I'm going to do rounds 9 to 11 off camera, so just pause the video here and do another additional 3 rounds of just single crochets in each stitch. So each round should have 42 stitches, and then resume the video once you're done. So I just finished round 11. Alright, the next thing we want to do is we want to put the 2 flaps on the dungarees. So what we want to do now is we want to do a single crochet in the first 9 stitches. So let's just do that first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so you stop at 9. What you're going to do now is you need another 4 rows of 9 stitches. So what you're going to do is you're going to rotate your work like this. I'm putting aside 4 bands just to keep track of the rounds in case. I'm going to take a band from here. I'm going to chain 1. So I'm going to chain 1. Alright, so I'm just going to go through this stitch, this single crochet, and then I'm just going to single crochet all the way across 9 stitches. So this is 1, I'll just count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this C-clip is the marks the first stitch. I'm going to rotate again. So I'm going to chain 1 and take a band from here, and then once again I'm just going to go and single crochet all the way across. So I'm just putting my hook through this stitch, and I'm just going to do my single crochets. So once I've reached the end, I have 1 more. Once again, I'm just going to rotate my work, chain 1 by taking a band from here, and I'm just going to go across with single crochets again. This camera is really not focusing. Okay. So I have 1 more round after this, so I'm just going to rotate this, take my last band, chain 1, and then once again I'm just going to go across with single crochets. Alright, so I'm done with that. What I want to do is I want to go through back through that same stitch, and I want to fasten off by tying a slip stitch. Okay, I'll just temporarily attach an S-clip to the end. Alright, and I'm going to take out this C-clip. You want to do the same thing for the other side, so what you're going to do is you're actually going to find the middle of it, you're going to fold it in half like this. So you're going to know you're going to start from, let's say, this stitch. So I'm just going to put my hook through this stitch, and I'm just going to do a single crochet 9 stitches across. So 1, I'm going to put my C-clip on the end. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so once I've done that, once again I just want to prepare 4 bands because we're doing another 4 rows of 9 stitches, so I'm putting that here. I'm turning this around, I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm just going to go back and do a single crochet all the way across until I reach that C-clip, so it should be 9 stitches across. Okay, I'm going to rotate, get another band, chain 1, and I'm just going to do the same thing. Okay, I'm done, so I rotate. I'm just going to do another chain, single crochet all the way across. Alright, so I'm turning that around. I have 1 more row to go, so chain 1, and then once again just single crochet all the way across. Okay, so I'm done. I just want to go back through that same stitch, and I want to fasten off with a slip stitch, and then I'm just going to clip the end. Alright, I'm taking out this C-clip. Okay, now here you have two options. For my prototype, I actually sewed on or stitched on the dungarees like this. I think you could make do with not doing it if you want it to be removable, but for this one I'll just show you how to stitch it on. You can try not doing it because I actually don't stitch on the strap, so if you want to try not stitching on the dungarees, then just skip this part. Otherwise, let's just continue and stitch this onto his body. Okay, so to stitch it on, what you want to do is you want to place your minion body right in the middle, and you just want to pull up the dungarees, so you just want to make sure it's tight on all sides and it's even. So I'm just pulling it up to here. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to slip stitch all the way around, so I'm just taking out this clip. I'm just going to put my hook at the end of it. Alright, so I'm just going to pull it up a little bit, and I just want to go through the body bands and then the dungaree bands, and I just want to slip stitch. I'm just trying to be very careful because my prototype actually didn't stitch it on straight, so yeah, just take your time. Alright, I may need to readjust. Okay, so this is the difficult part. You need to make sure it's tight. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I might stitch on the other side first, so let me just put on a clip temporarily, and then I'm just going to turn around and stitch this side, just the top. Okay, just gonna temporarily clip this side. Alright, as you can see, it's a little bit off, but it's not too bad. Alright, so let's just continue. I'm gonna come back here. Alright, I'm just gonna continue slip stitching. Okay, since I've reached this end and I've already stitched the top, I'm just going to do one last slip stitch here. And then I'm just going to put a clip and then hide this into the body. Alright. Okay, good. Alright, now I'm just going to continue with this side. Okay, I've reached the end, so I'm just going to get a clip this end and then hide it in the body. Okay, so next thing we want to do, we want to attach his arms. Okay, so now we're going to attach the arms. So you're just going to grab an arm. You're just going to place it wherever you want his arm to be. I want mine to be around here. Okay, I'm just going to take out my clip. And then I'm just going to slip stitch all the way around. So I'm just going to go through the body bands and then the bands, the open bands in the arm, and I'm taking yellow and I'm just going to tie slip stitches all the way around. Oops. Okay, so now I'm just going to replace that clip and I'm just going to stuff this into the body. Alright, so you just want to do the same thing for the other side. Just make sure that you've got it about roughly the same level. Okay, same thing, I'm just going to reattach the clip and I'm hiding it inside the body. Okay, so I guess that's roughly the same. Okay, now we're just going to do the straps. Alright, so you're just going to get your blue bands, and I don't have an exact count for how many bands you need for the straps because it will depend on where you put the arms and how tight you pull up his dungarees. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hook through the corner like this, and you're just going to chain all the way so it goes past this arm and attaches to the other side. Try not to pull it too tight. Okay, so after you've done that, you just want to put your hook through the other corner of the other side. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to slip stitch this, and from then on I'm just going to come back all the way starting with the first chain, this one, and I'm just going to do single crochets in each chain all the way back. So just move on. Every chain should have one single crochet. Also, if you decided not to stitch on the dungarees, then you might actually want to make the strap a little bit tighter. Mine's a little bit loose, just to hold it up. So I'm doing a a single crochet in the last chain. I'm going to go back through that corner stitch and I'm just going to slip stitch. Once I've slip stitched, I'm just going to attach this end to a S-clip. And then I'm stuffing this into the body as well. Okay, so I'm not going to do the other side on camera, I'm just going to do it off camera. So just do your other side, pause the video, and then resume the video once you've done this other strap. So now we want to attach this leg, so you're just taking a leg and you're just going to take a little bit of fiber fill. You don't need a lot, and you're just going to put it inside like this. Okay, and then I'm just going to take out this S-clip. I'm putting my hook through, so I'm just turning it on his bottom, and I'm just going to slip stitch his legs on. So same thing. Oops, these stitches have come out. Let me just fix that. Okay, so same thing, I'm just going to go through the leg bands and then the dungaree bands, and then I'm just slip stitching in blue. And you just want to do this all the way around. Okay, his leg has twisted a little bit, so I might actually go and fix that, but yeah, just make sure that you stitch it properly. Okay, so once you're done with the one leg, same thing, just clip the end and then hide it in the body. I need to go back and fix this leg since it twisted a little bit, but yep, I'm gonna redo this leg, and then I'm just gonna fit his other leg on off camera, so just pause the video here and put his second leg on, and then we'll resume with the goggles. Okay, so I couldn't be bothered to actually reattach this leg, so anyway, this is what it looks like with the second leg attached. So you're just going to put him aside now, and we're just going to make his goggles. So you're just going to get the two eyes that you made earlier. What you're going to do now is you're just going to take out this clip. You're going to go put your hook through from the back, and you're going to pull this loose band out to the other side, alright, and you're just going to hold that with your finger for a while, and you're just going to do the same thing with the other side. So I'm taking this out, I'm putting my hook through the back, and I'm just pulling this grey band to the other side. Okay, so you have bands that look like this. What you want to do is you want to start slip stitching them. So you just want to slip stitch one through the other like this to join it, alright, and I'm just going to turn it around to its back, and I'm just going to go through some random bands on both sides of the goggles, and I'm just going to quickly slip stitch it closed. So I'm using grey bands, slip stitch. I just want to join it a little bit, so I'm going to do one more. Okay, so if you're happy with that, you're just gonna replace one of the clips like that. You can probably just hide it, like trap it underneath one of these bands like this. Alright, so we're just gonna make the goggle straps now, and to make the goggle straps you just need your black bands. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through these white bands at the back here like this. I'm going to chain 25. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so once you've done that, what you're going to do is you're going to take the other side of his goggles, you're going to go through the bands there, and you're just going to slip stitch. So you're going to pull this through everything and then reclaim the end, and then we're just going to go back and do a single crochet in each one of the chains. So all the way down you're just going to do single crochets. This is just to make the strap a little bit more robust. If you're wondering, the black bands I'm using are really thin, so it just looks a little bit strange, but yeah, I guess it will work out. Okay, so after I did the last chain, I'm just going to go back through that white band that the initial chain was connected on. I'm just going to do a slip stitch. Once again, I'm just going to reattach one of the clips. Alright, and then I'm probably just going to snag it onto something, or I might just leave it there. Alright, so we can attach his goggles now. So you're just going to place it on his head, and then you can just stretch it around. And there you go. Okay, I'm just going to hide all the clips. Alright, the next thing we want to do is we want to attach the buttons on his dungarees. We should have done that actually before sewing it on the body, but I totally forgot about it. So, alright, let's just see what we can do. You're just going to put your hook through one side of the bands. You're going to go through the dungarees. You're going to pull out the other side of the black band, and you're just going to do this slip stitch thing. I'm grabbing an S clip, so I'm just going to clip one side like that, and I'm going to use the other side to clip closer to the button itself, and then I'm just going to rotate it, so I'm going to hide it like that. Alright, so I'm just going to do the same thing with the other side. Okay, slip stitch, so one in, one out. Getting my clip, using the other end to clip closer to the button itself. It's just to make it shorter because the band's a bit long. And then I'm just going to rotate it so it gets hidden inside his dungarees. Okay, alright, so last thing we want to do is we want to just stitch on a smile. So what you want to do is you want to put your hook through his body bands, let's say like this. You're going to grab some black bands and you're just going to slip stitch like that. Hold on to this, go through some more of the headbands, replace that black band, then you're just going to slip stitch. I have clips coming out everywhere, but I'm just going to hide that later on. Let's just get this done. Alright, and I'm just going to keep going until I'm happy with his smile. Alright, I'm just going to add one more. Then I'm just going to clip the end as usual. I do this because I have loads and loads of clips. You don't necessarily need to, but there you go. So that's our minion done. So this is Bob. His dungarees are attached a little bit lopsided, but that's the finished product. This is the one I made initially, so you can see it's a little bit smaller, but at least there's more space for this one. This one looks a little bit better. So if you like this tutorial, if it helped you and you like these minions and you think the minions are cute, please give this video a big thumbs up. And it helps me a lot if you do share this video and favorite this video and let your friends see this video. It will help encourage me to make more videos in the future. If you haven't already, please subscribe. That also will encourage me to make more videos, and also you'll be able to see firsthand when I have something new posted up. So anyway, do keep your requests coming. I'll try to make as much of them as I can, and also that would depend on what colors I have available. So alright, that's it. Thanks guys, and I really hope you like these minions, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye!